All right, the question I'm answering is from Susanna DeFusco, and it is based on the groundwork laid out in the articles we read. Do we believe it is reasonable to see China as a threat to the United States, and do we feel threatened, or do countries feel threatened by China due to their rising power, or do the country's own internal lack of growth in planning? So, addressing the first question, do I believe it is reasonable that China is a threat to the United States? Or is viewed that way. Personally, I don't think anything that they're doing is threatening, but I can see from the United States perspective, like government-wise, where it would be. So, the U.S. is currently in tons of debt, and it is declining in its infrastructure. So, China kind of is exceeding in those things, in their economy, the way that they're growing, is kind of a outline for what a lot of people want to see in the United States. So I think that that would be threatening. The other threatening part, from the United States standpoint, would be that China is the head of FOCAC, I believe it was what it is, and they're like the leading power. So the countries underneath of that are protected, and if the United States is no longer in power, it's a little bit harder for them to push coercive and forceful policies on other countries. And now those other countries underneath of that definitely would not feel threatened by China, their rising power. I think they would actually be confident in it, that they would now have a voice, that they have a say in things that are going on and can be a little bit more protected. So China is a big brother in that sense. And then the answer to the question about the country's own lack of growth and planning, and that being why they'd be afraid of China. I would think that's definitely an accurate assumption, that the U.S. is worried about all this because of their own internal lack of growth and planning.